Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost. Thank you so much for being on my channel where we are talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. And this video is about trusting yourself after narcissistic abuse. One of the hardest things about being with a narcissist in any kind of narcissistic dynamic is that you have to self-abandon, right? Your wants and needs are irrelevant. In fact, you're becoming everything the narcissist needs you to be. You're a shelled out human behaving in accordance to what they need you to be. And you get motivated to respond to whatever that could be as well. Your values, your integrity, your boundaries, everything you have to start separating out, which makes you disconnect from your own soul. Literally disconnect from who you are authentically. I teach authenticity, and authentic to me isn't just being true to who you are, it's being true to what you want and need, because that your desires are actually part of who you are. So by the time you've gone through this kind of relationship, you've got no idea often what you want and need, and actually you've been used to just completely parking those things. Right? In order to manifest your best life, you've got to be in touch with your desires. So there's a disconnect with being able to, like I talked about yesterday, vision your future, but also be in touch with what you actually want and need. We don't trust ourselves with what's right for us. We doubt ourselves constantly. We are second guessing ourselves or waiting for some kind of punishment, for the rug to be pulled from under us, the shoe to drop. If I actually go for something that I actually want, it's going to go wrong. This is completely unhealthy. It's complete self-abandonment. It will make you get into situations with people, right, where in order to get something or survive, you'll do what they think, what you think they need you to do, and you'll completely abandon yourself. It trains us to compromise our own integrity, compromise our own wants and needs completely, in order to survive. Because everything in the narcissistic abuse cycle is based on kind of a survival program, right? In order to be loved, to be safe, to be secure, to be validated, you're going to have to abandon yourself. When you start detaching from that cycle, and you're going to take different moves, brave moves, right, in accordance to your want and needs, things might not look like they're working straight away, or you could just feel very nervous and then doubt yourself and then punish yourself and then go round in a complete loop of why did I do this? I was so stupid, all those kind of thoughts. That's the thing to break. Self-partnering is coming home, right, and saying, I back myself. Not based on instant gratification, not based on whether it works right now. I'm going to make brave moves in my life, yeah, that don't sell myself out anymore. I'm going to be true to me. You know inside of you, you know inside of you, intuitively, when you're with someone that you shouldn't be with. You know inside of you when someone's talking and you think, oh my gosh, this person's off. You know inside of you when you take a job but you think, there's something I don't like about this company. There's something that's off. Are you brave enough to go the other way? And when you do, can you not berate yourself and just partner with yourself and trust yourself along the way? Because that's what it takes. You have everything you need inside of you. You've got a GPS system, which is your intuition. And that intuition, sometimes it does get completely misguided, especially with a narcissist where you're manipulated, where you can't see straight. But anytime you're confused, that's a massive red flag in life. If people are confusing you, it doesn't make sense. What they're saying just doesn't quite add up. Massive red flag. Could be a narcissist, definitely you're with a manipulative person. Already you're in a situation where that person honestly isn't being honest and direct with you, because the minute we're confused, something's off. If you're confused, it's off. That is a great guidance system. But we compromise on our standards. We compromise on our integrity. And every time you do it, in my Sovereign program, like, we really go into boundaries, values, standards, and coming into integrity with you. Because when you betray yourself, you will lose trust in yourself and your whole life. The worst thing we can do is self-abandon, because we just... I teach all the time, right? When you do the work that I teach, like self-love, self-esteem, it's a side effect, because you're in alignment, you're in integrity with yourself every day. You haven't got to work on those things. They're natural when you don't betray yourself. But when you're with a narcissist or with people that are manipulating you, you're going to start compromising on who you are. Have you been in those conversations where someone's bad-mouthing someone and you feel uncomfortable, but you don't say anything, but you don't really want to be there, but you don't know what to do? Already you're kind of abandoning yourself, and they're making you. Because now you're part of something you don't want to be part of, rather than just walking away. If you're in a situation where it could be about money, often it's about money, where like you're doing what you think you have to because this person pays you, but you're having to lose a part of yourself to do it, you're self-abandoning, right? And it's only going to erode your integrity with yourself. I'm not saying these situations are easy. I'm saying they're ones to be aware of, that you can move towards ones that don't require you to self-abandon to be in them. There's no reason for a relationship, for a paycheck, for anything. You should abandon your integrity, your values, and yourself. If that's what's being required of you, there's something very wrong in the dynamic, right? These are hard moves to make, but they're massively important ones to be conscious of. And we think in the short term we can get away with it because we think, well, it doesn't matter, I can put up with it, I'll just carry on here. But what it's doing to your self-esteem, what it's doing to your manifestations, what it's doing to your overall trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in other people, trust in life, is eroding the whole thing. It's just eroding the whole thing, right? Self-focus means I'm aware of my emotional self. I'm aware of where I stand. I'm aware of my feelings. I'm not judging them, right? I teach all the time about how the first step is to be aware of what you're feeling, not judging it, because a lot of therapy is teaching you to analyze it before you've just self-partnered, which is like respected and honored how you feel and being true to it. That's the first step. You only analyze it later when you want to create something else in your life. You do not analyze it first. You do not make yourself wrong first. That's only going to create resistance and more trauma and more stress. And in order to trust ourselves, right, we've got to trust ourselves with our day-to-day. That I'm not going to abandon myself in any situation. When that person is talking about someone else and I feel uncomfortable because they're saying something mean and I don't like it, I'm going to say, look, I can't be part of these conversations. I've got to leave. I'm going to not self-abandon. If I'm in a job where I think it's requiring things that are against my values and morals, I'm going to look for another job. I'm not going to self-abandon. I'm not going to self-abandon for money. I'm not going to self-abandon for love. I'm not going to self-abandon for validation or approval or security or any other thing. Because once you get there, right, when you say to yourself, later, I've got a goal, and we're going to achieve it, I'm going to achieve it, you're going to believe yourself. But when you self-abandon every day of your life in every way, you're never going to trust yourself to create something else. So I teach people to self-partner, yeah? Self-focus, self-partner, don't abandon. So you've got yourself. And later, when you set goals or ideas or dreams, you're going to trust yourself to achieve them because you know you back yourself every day. You don't have to work on self-love and self-esteem from there. It's a natural side effect. Everyone that comes into my program, it will be a natural side effect, because now you've chosen yourself, right? You're sovereign. So if you want to join Sovereign, you still can. Please comment, like, subscribe and share. Thank you for being here. I hope it's food for thought. Abandoning ourselves, right? If you are scared and you think you're nuts and you're doing something and you know it's right for you, but you don't know how it's going to work out, comment here. I've got your back. I've got it. I've been on that mountain. I'm on that mountain with you every day. I still walk that mountain every day. Like, I still climb that in my life, where I don't give in to temptation. I stay true to myself no matter what. And it's not the easiest journey sometimes, because it doesn't always seem the one that is logical or makes sense or will make sense to anyone else. But I know who I am, and I know inside of me I can't let the inner, you know, like we say about inner child work, but like there's a little girl, a little boy inside of all of us, and like you don't get to let that person down. Have your own back. When you need to be brave here. There are other people that are brave here, right? And every time you choose yourself over what makes sense, over what's logical but is right for you, I celebrate you, and I've got you every step of the way. And every time you don't, I'm not here to berate you. You're still so welcome. We've all done it a million times over, right? It's not about being right. It's about being brave enough to choose yourself and understanding that there's a ripple effect. There's a ripple effect of every choice you make, everything in your day-to-day. And when you choose yourself, you start choosing your goals, you start choosing your desires, you start choosing your dreams, you start setting different standards for your life. All right, my loves. Lots of love. I'll speak to you soon.